Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices, the 14th of December, and starting with the DAX here on the 4-hour chart. We're looking at this as wave 3 over here, an A wave, a B wave, a C wave for wave 4, and then down for wave 1, back for wave 2 to the 50-60% retracement level, and then down for wave 3 here. It is possible that we could call wave 3 here an A and a B and a C, and because we got 5 waves here, it's probable that we can also call this wave 5 here and have a low in place here. We would need to gather more evidence for that in a stronger move to the upside. There is also the count 2 where we can have wave 4 over here and have this as wave 1 here, wave 2 here, nice strong third wave here, a fourth wave here, and then one more move down here as a fifth wave here. I've got it like this because it's in line with the US count that we've got, but we've also got a US count 2 where we have this as wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 finishing on one more move to the downside. So in two cases we've still got a move to the downside, so we're going to run with that. So our aim is to understand the move to the upside here to the 50-60% retracement level, and of course the 11,000 will play out, not just because it's a large whole number, it's also because we've got the support over here and it's retesting supply there. So on the hourly chart here, we are looking at this we've got 5 waves down here. It's possible to count this as an A wave here, a B wave here, and 5 waves up for a C wave here. The only problem with this that I've got though is that this particular pattern here is looking corrective, because we've got a sharp wave A and then a B and then a wave C here. But if we get a new low here, then we can take that new low. Okay, so when we look at this on the tick, the retracement level's still higher here from this high here to here. It's still quite high up here. We haven't reached that just yet, so we can still move higher here from this low here and have a move up here, and that fits into nicely with a little structure in here that I'm a little bit uncertain about. So let's just go to the tick chart here. I might just put in a little bit more. So from this top here, I can count this down here as wave A, wave B here, and then wave C in 5 waves, which is 1 and 2 in here and 3 here, A, B, C for 4th and down for the 5th here. So if you've got long trades in here, because we were considering that too, if I can just pull back in here, we're considering long trades from this structure here. So the target was 11,000, but if you're still in it, just we can put a stop right under this current low here, because I can count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for this low here. But if this low is breached here, then we can also look to be on the short side from there. So this takes care of our long trades, and this will take care of our short trades, and our long trades here can still push up and make new highs above here up into the 11,000 area here. So yeah, a bit of strategy there for that. So let's move on, and it's pretty much the same with most of these other markets as well. So for the FTSE here, I can count here from down here as wave 1, an A wave, a B wave, and then I can count 1 and 2, 3, 4 here, and then for the 5th wave we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here. But we do have this little high here, so it's kind of making me feel like this is actually corrective here as well, and in that case I would need to swing wave B over here and consider this wave 1 and 2 here, and all of this the 3rd wave here, 4th wave here, and then one more move up into this space here. So I'll just copy that and put that there. So a little bit unsure, but once that's in play, if that's the case, then we can bring this up under this low here as well. If this market just drops from here, then look for the trade under the 6,800 here as a retested resistance here. So the market would come down, bounce back, come through, retest the 6.8 and then drop. So this would be your reference point low here. You could also short this here too, in line with the DAX, on making a new low in this space there as well. And this also goes for the French market as well. I can count this here in the same vein as well, but once again this looks corrective here, so it's quite possible for this also to push up into this space before having a top moving down. But if this low is breached here too, we can look to go low from that, go short from that point there as well. So we're looking for a turn. I just don't have any evidence. It would just be nice. This move down here is in 3 waves. It would just be nice to see from whatever top there is a nice 5-wave structure down. And then what we look for then, once we've got that, is the 3-wave structures, because then we know that because we got 5 here in the opposite direction, we're going to get another 5 at least. So we don't have that just yet. And this is the same for the MIB as well, so for Italy here. So yeah, I can count 5 waves up from this low to this top here. But if I use this low here, then we'd also be looking for one more low to the top here as well, coming into play, and then down. So what I propose here is that the 19,000 is a nice large number, and if this happens to move down through here, then it's going to kick back here, and then we've got our reference point low here. So this is what this looks like here. And just put a small trade in here, because if you trade 3 contracts, just put in 1, and we can look to build in on the next leg to the downside here. So you could look to add under the 900, and then you can also definitely look to add under the 800 here. But also too, when it gets to this point, we can certainly expect a bounce to come in at this point here too, before moving lower here. So be mindful about that. But we're still trying to get the turn at the top here, and we just don't have a nice clear 5 waves down. We have 3 waves down, but it is possible to count all of these as an A wave and a B wave, and 5 waves up as well from this low here, 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the 3rd wave, 4th wave and 5th wave. But if I have to include this one here, then we still got one more move to go to the upside here. So you can look to short higher in this space if you like, depending on what your strategy is and how you go about doing your business. We did use this trend line here in this case here as well, so that's still viable to use that once that becomes the resistance over here. So this little pattern here, as it comes down and bounces, comes through and so on, this pattern here would also be the same on this angle of this trend line through here. All right, well, it's just short and sweet, but got the message across there. So we're still toying with tops. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.